A woman says the reason why a lot of us can't find a man is because we're too busy pursuing an education or going after a career that by the time we look up from all of our degrees, there's no MA in there. Let's have a listen.
Well, we go after our careers so much. By the time we look up, we single. We got all these degrees. We got every degree. We got a PhD. And all we got is a DOG and no MAN.
And no MAN, right.
But the man, he can go out and get all of those credentials and do that, because here's what it is, Delvin and Justin. At the end of the day, the man makes the choice.
And girl, that's the issue. For the longest time, women have been socially conditioned into thinking that we must dedicate 100% of ourselves into becoming the perfect mate so that one day we can find a man. It has gotten to the point now that women believe that we have to choose between getting an education, pursuing a career, and being a wife and having a man. Men do not have to choose that. A man could be a husband and a businessman. A man could be a spouse and a hard worker. But somewhere along the lines, women have been labeled incompetent and unable to do both. And well, I don't like that. As a woman, you can work hard, live the life you want to, and find a suitable partner. Listen, the hard truth is sometimes we date people on the level that we're currently on. So if I'm lazy, I procrastinate a lot, I'm uneducated, I really don't care about much, but I do like to party, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna find a mate that has those same values, that's equally yoked with me, a like-minded individual. There are plenty of women that find their spouses in college, and nowhere ever has a man said, I'm not gonna get money, get an education, or pursue my dreams because I'm gonna work on being the best husband I can be. Show me. You could literally do what you want to do and find a suitable partner, whether that be work on your body, work on your physical or mental health, focus on your career. You can do these things and find a suitable partner. And hey, I know what you're thinking. Getting an education and working on my career or pursuing my hobbies are undesirable to some men. Right, babe. That's why we need to start dating men that like smart women. So if you want to be DUMB for some DI, then me and you are not the same. Hello.
An independent, strong black woman, I don't need no man narrative is a scam. Here's why. Society has conditioned us to believe that we don't need anybody, we don't need any support, and we can do it all on our own. What a lot of us has accepted as normal is really not normal. Households were created to be 2 adults and children. The price points that the world is set in now requires 2 incomes. That's why you're working 2 jobs. And if we are not working 2 jobs, we have told ourselves that we have to go back to school, get higher education so we can make more money, which is a necessity. But wouldn't it be better if you had a whole team member helping you along? Because what ends up happening is, yes, love, your career is great. Yes, I am so proud of you for getting your doctorate. I am so proud of you for buying the house. No, I do not believe that women should wait to progress in life until they have a man. That's not what I'm saying. But we are so guarded and we are protecting ourselves so heavily away from every man that we miss on a good man. We automatically assume that all black men are out to get us. And the more you think something, the more you believe something, and the more you see something. So we cut off all men who are not making at least 6 figures. We tell our baby daddies we don't need them because you're not able to pay us substantial child support.
Women are not judged based on the kind of man they can attract. Women are judged based on the kind of man that keeps them. Now, I'm not saying I agree with this, but in the words of Tupac, I was given this world. I did not make it. So please do not shoot the messenger. It is one thing, and I think it's very easy, especially if you're pretty and you have pretty girl privilege, to attract men who can wine and dine you, who can take you on the finest, most regal, elaborate dates possible. Because trust me, in my single days, men were dating me. In my 20s, I was a force to be reckoned with, but nobody was keeping me. Sometimes we want to have this sense of value that says, I don't go for low effort dates. I don't want to go to coffee. I won't go here. I won't go there. We all know that viral list that went around. I talked about it here on this channel of places women don't want to go. But even if you get a man to wine and dine you, that's great. Maybe you can go on dinners with millionaires and billionaires. Dating well, especially when you're pretty, is very easy. But who's keeping you? Notice I didn't say who are you keeping, because I don't believe that a woman can keep a man. The only kind of man that can be kept is a man who wants to be kept. That said, dating a millionaire and marrying a millionaire, two different things. Dating a billionaire, marrying a billionaire, two different things. Marriage is a totally different ball game. So being able to get a man to understand I have standards, I have value, I'm not going to go on these low effort dates, that is great. High five, go off, sis. But in your 20s, that's cute. Maybe even into your 30s, that's cute. But later on, as you get 35 plus, people do begin to ask that question, who's keeping you? Now, I did a video on this already that says that the older you get, your value increases, right? Because I didn't even get my head on straight until I was 35. And I met my husband when I was 37. We got married when I was 38. We had our son when I was 39, and I'm 42 now. The level of man that I was able to attract later in life, when I met my husband at 37, is not ever what I would have been able to do at 27. In 27, I could have whining and dining and find experiences and be flown all over and have these amazing stories to tell, but that's all they were, stories to tell. I wanted to be married, and I couldn't understand why I had such high value opportunities in front of me, but nothing would stick. Nothing would last. Then the older I got, I was like, I don't even value these expensive and elaborate dinners anymore, because I'm looking for something more. I don't need another dinner at Per Se or at the Four Seasons. I need a husband. I want a life partner. And so when I got older, I understood how to play for keeps. I understood how to play for keeps. You got to play for keeps if that's what you want. But my brain wasn't where it needed to be for me to play for keeps when I was younger. So thank goodness I had the chance to level up and get to where I am now, because it's not going to always be about what kind of dates you can attract. It's not always going to be about that. You're young and you're beautiful. That's easy. The hard part is finding a quality life partner that you can build a family and a home with. That's the hard part. And that's when I got to the point where, you know what? I'll meet a guy for coffee, because I want to save my time. I don't even want to sit down on this dinner. I don't care where it is. It could be on a yacht. I'm not going if it's not going to be worth my time, because I've had enough of the expensive experiences. I need something with substance. I need a life partner. I met my husband for coffee. We met on Bumble. And the very next day, he took me out on our very proper first date. By the end of the week, my husband was like, listen, you've been seeing other people, and that's great. When I met you, you were single and you were on the market, but we go together now. And I was like, yeah, real bad. We're dating exclusively. That's it. So I wish you all the best. And I give everyone grace here online, because you might be at the point where you still value those high level experiences, but just understand that there may come a day, and my perspective obviously is that of a 42-year-old married woman who found love a little bit later in life. My experience is colored by, the idea that I no longer value those experiences the older that I got. And I think that may be true for you too. But give it time. I wish you the best.